think everyone has actually seen in social media the stories in regards to HMRC and actually tackling people selling on e-commerce platforms like eBay, Vinted, and so on. And there's a lot of misinformation out there, yeah. And I thought, well, let's actually have a read through and let's actually see what is going, okay. And I thought, well, Martin Lewis, okay, he seems to be getting everything right in regards to economics and tax. So I thought, why not just have a look if they got any articles? And they have actually got an article. And I just wanted to actually mention what the article actually says. So, because obviously there's a lot of people, and I think one of the best memes that I've actually seen is and I'll see if I can actually put it there, if I can find it, why I saw it as yesterday. It says me actually opening my tax bill after selling a Vinted cardigan, and he's got a 250k tax bill, but obviously it is quite weird, okay, how well we've actually got an economic crisis. Really, people are struggling to live, and then we've actually got this. But let's actually have a look at it, and then I can actually also share my opinion with yourselves. Now, the information won't actually be shared until we've got some triggered actions. That's the biggest one, okay? So the triggered actions are either the sale of 30 or more items per year, or the total earnings of 1,700 quid, roughly 2,000 euros. I don't know why that is, but that's what they actually mentioned. Obviously, of course, you still have the 1,000 tax-free threshold as a trading allowance, which happens regardless. But yeah, that's the two triggers, okay? So sale of 30 or more items per year, okay? Or total earnings of 1,700. Now, what does that mean? Is this per platform? Yeah, it's not very clear, but for me, it looks like, looking at this year, how would Vinted contact eBay, and how would eBay contact Amazon, etc., 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 to communicate that? By the way, they've actually sold 30 or more. Or again, another loophole would be, why would they not just make multiple accounts on Vinted? Why would they not just make like multiple accounts on eBay and so on? If somebody wants to actually bypass this, I do think they can actually bypass it, because it's not all the data being shared. Yeah, it's only if you've got these two triggered actions, that's when the data is actually being shared. Interesting, in the article is actually talking about cashback, where it says it's not applicable for cashback sites as cashback isn't taxable. So say Quidco and Top Cashback, apparently that's not taxable. So that's quite interesting, really, with us. So let's just put that, and obviously, by the way, this is not financial advice. I'm literally just copying what Martin Lewis says. I've got an accountant. I've been using Awesome for 2.5 years. Any questions that I've got with it, I just ask him, and then I get a clear answer, yes or no. Because there's a lot of things that I thought I knew, and thank God I've actually got Awesome, and it helped us out. I've got the link below in the description for yourself. So if you actually are thinking of starting a company with this information, just 12 quid to start the company. And if you wanting after an accountant specifically for e-commerce, they've also got the link below in the description for yourself, so you can get up to 100 quid off. And just to put my idea or my reasoning behind this, okay, so first of all, if you're someone who's already selling and you've got an accountant, you're VAT registered, then you'd be extremely happy, okay? Because this is now leveling the playing field for us. Just imagine we've actually got sellers like myself, who's actually trying to compete, and I'll just change this. Sellers who are actually competing with people that have not got to pay tax and they've not got to pay VAT. Plus, they're actually selling as a private seller with a £1 fee. Okay, so just a lot of things that are going on there, really, for us, that it's very hard to actually compete with those. So you will find that if you're actually a seller already on eBay or Amazon, wherever it is, and you are legitimate with all you're self-employed and everything, you'd be extremely happy for this information, okay? What this information has made unhappy is made unhappy people that have actually been selling for a long time on eBay as a private seller and clearing out a crazy amount of stock, so 20,000-30,000 a year. Now, what also is a weird one here is, because I've been in a position too where I've actually sold stuff that I didn't mean to make a profit on. So say, for example, my helmets, yeah, I didn't mean to make a profit on, okay, but I've sold them on my private eBay account because it was private stuff that I bought for myself, and I thought, well, I need more money to jump into the business, so I was going to sell it and then give a director's loan to the business, but I didn't mean to make any profit on that, okay? So what does that mean? It means that if I sell my 10 helmets, that automatically that data is going to HMRC, and then HMRC is going to say to me, pay tax. But it was something that I already owned. I didn't mean to actually make profit. And how does it go with selling second-hand goods? Okay, stuff that you've actually used, or say stuff that you've actually got for the little one, and you're thinking, well, it's got no use now. May as well sell it, get something back. And I mean, you bought it for 50 and you sell it for 10. Yeah, you're not making any profit whatsoever there. Okay, you're making it for 50, you're buying it for 10. What do we do? I'll be keeping every single receipt possible. Yeah, I can see both sides of the coin. I can see, of course, myself as a seller thinking like, yes, thank you, evil playing field. I can see the other side where like, how are they going to police this? How are they going to do it? Are they going to do it by a case basis where you've got this trigger, it goes to the system, and they're looking, they're thinking, well, this seller's actually been selling second-hand goods. This seller's actually been selling new goods. This seller's actually got 30k revenue. This seller's got 3k revenue. It's going to be very, very interesting. Okay, obviously, I know they're going to employ AI in order to try to do this, but dear me, what a mammoth task it will be. And I mean, I still don't know if I still don't know how to actually feel. In honestly, as a seller, as a professional seller, I'm very, very happy. And but as a person who's thinking, well, yeah, people are actually selling stuff on eBay that they're not meaning to make profit. They're just trying to clear out the clutter. Yeah, are they going to be taxing now that stuff? And how are you going to prove that the 10 quid that you actually made is not in fact a 40 quid loss? Are you supposed to keep your receipts for everything that you actually are buying, just in case 5, 6 years down the line you actually sell it? It is weird. Okay, it is absolutely weird for us. Something had to happen because yes, a lot of private sellers, but I just don't know. There's a lot of misinformation out there. I mean, particularly the first few days. It's only the first time I actually saw this here was the day on Martin Lewis. Okay, when I was looking my digging in to find out any possible information for it. Up to then, there was this utter misinformation that you sell one item of Vinted, you're going to get a bit of tax on it. Crazy, crazy year. But yeah, I just thought I'd do a quick little video, my idea, the two sides of the coin, because there are two sides of the coins here for us, and anyone that's actually is a professional seller can see the two sides. Anyone that's a private seller can thinking, well, what the heck? But there are people that this rule will actually sting, and for the right reason. Yeah, we all know there's somebody we know that is actually selling 20, 30k worth of stock a year on eBay that are clearly buying to profit from. Yeah, and then not declaring it. So this is where hopefully these people are going to get stung, and not people that are just like literally clearing their attics. Yeah, let's see what's going to happen, guys.